Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 for this tutorial on how to build this public swimming pool. Here in this one, we're going to be doing all of the landscaping around the building. So we have the parking lot at the front side, and then the pool and food court at the back. I gathered up all the blocks we're going to be using in this video. There is going to be a few more, but I actually just ran out of space. So I have the mud, cobblestone, gravel, andesite, white and red concrete, smooth quartz slabs, podzol, coarse dirt, and then a few different flowers of your choice, iron trapdoors, smooth quartz stairs, sand, dark prismarine, and then regular prismarine, block of lapis, polished tuff, and polished tuff wall, spruce trapdoor, dark oak fence, string, some red and white carpet, cherry slabs, mangrove slabs, warped slabs, and red nether brick slabs, then some item frames, ladders, and then the cake, and a couple different food items for within the item frames. We're going to start here at the front side where the parking lot is. So the first thing we're going to do is clear out the first layer of all this grass here at the front. So I'm going to head on over here at the left at the edge of the building, and if you marked out the plot size, then all you're going to do is just delete a strip of the grass, including this block of the plot size as well. But if you didn't mark out the plot size, then you just want to delete a strip of 19 going out towards the front. But I'm going to go ahead and delete all of this right here. Go ahead and bring this all the way over to the other side. All the way until we meet up at the edge of the building right here. And then go ahead and bring this in. And now all of this space here, I'm going to go through and remove. Just that first layer. Let's also be sure to remove this space right here underneath the doorway. So I just cleared out that first layer of all the grass blocks here at the front side. Let's start by marking out the walkway. So we have the cobblestone, the gravel, and the andesite. We're just going to have a mixed up pattern between these three blocks. So you can see the three spaces here. This is all going to be filled in with a walkway, all of this space here. So let's go ahead and start with the mixed up pattern between these three blocks. So we have this section done. Now, we're going to have another 3 blocks wide, and it's going to go out by 3 blocks until it's lined up at the edge of that wall over there. So we could just start with the andesite again, and bring this out by 3, and then go ahead and just fill in all the space, all the way up until the wall at the right. So there we go, we have the walkway all marked out like that. Let's mark out the parking spaces. So we're going to start with the white concrete. I'll head on over here towards the left. We're going to have a total of 10 over here, and another 3 over at that side. So with the white concrete, we want to make sure we're 1 space in from the edge of the building. And we're going to go ahead and place 6, going out like that. And then they're going to be 4 spaces apart. We'll have another 6 right here. And you just want to keep skipping over 4 until we're left off with 5 parking spaces. So the final strip is going to be right here, 1 space away from the edge of this walkway. So we have a total of 5 parking spaces. Now we're going to line up on this other side and do the same thing. So we have the 10 parking spaces on this side. We'll head on over to the right. And we're going to have another 3. So we're going to be one space away from the edge of the wall on this side. Bring out a strip of 6. Make sure they're 4 spaces apart. Have another strip right here. Another one here. And one more right here. So we have another 3 spaces there. Let's mark out the flower spaces. So we have these smooth quartz slabs. I'm going to go right next to this line here where this parking space is. I'm going to place a temporary block, and then one right next to that. We can then delete this block. And now, we're going to continue working our way over towards the right by another 11, so that we have 12 in total. So now we have a strip of 12 here. We're going to head on over to this corner. We're just going to place another temporary block, one right next to it. We could then delete this. And now we're going to have a strip of 16 here. So we already have the 1. So we just want to place another 15. So now we have a total of 16 here, 12 over there, leaving 9 spaces in the middle. Now on each side, we're going to go ahead and add an additional block going in, just like that. And then we're going to go from the corner of that and have another one. So one there, and one here. And then we're going to go on over to this other side and bring this out by 3. Go over here and do the same thing. And then this is just going to go straight across and connect into the corner of this other block right there. Same with this side. Just like that. So now we have 2 spaces here where the flowers are going to be. We're going to go ahead and fill that in with a mixed up pattern between the podzol and the coarse dirt. All the other remaining space that you see, we're going to fill in with the mud. So, just went through and filled all that empty space in with the mud. Now, let's use the smooth quartz slabs and place these at the top of all of the parking spaces, so just in between all of the white concrete. And now the final thing we have left to do here at the front side are the flowers for this remaining space here. So let's go ahead and swap to all of those. And I'm just going to place these to fill in the space. And there we go. Now we have the front side all done, so it's just a parking lot, nothing too crazy. Let's work our way around towards the back, and we'll start doing everything back here. And to clear out the inventory a little bit, you could go through and get rid of all those flowers, the coarse dirt, the podzol, and the mud. Now let's go through and clear out the first layer of all the blocks back here. So I'll head on here at the left. And once again, we're just going to be deleting a strip all the way until we meet up with the plot size. If you didn't mark it out, you just want to be sure to remove 10 blocks going out. Just like that. And now we're going to bring this all the way across until we meet up with the edge of the building over here. You could just bring this in. And now you can see all of this grass within that shape we're going to go ahead and remove. So we got quite a lot here. So I'll see you guys once I have it all cleared out. So I just went through and cleared out that first layer of all the blocks back here. And let's be sure to also remove this little strip right below all of the doorways. So now let's start going through and adding everything here for the back. We're going to start by marking out where the pool is going to be first. So we have the red and white concrete. We're going to start with the red. I'm going to look over here at this part of the building, lined up at this block. And we want to be sure we're 5 spaces away from the wall. So you then want to make sure you're on the 6th space. And with the red concrete, we're going to continue working our way towards the back. And you just want to make sure to place a strip of 27. So now you should have 6 spaces remaining here until you meet up at the edge of where we left off these blocks. And I just noticed, let's be sure to also remove these 2 blocks here below that doorway. I guess I forgot about that one. Anyway, let's carry on back to the pool. We're going to go here towards the right of where we left off this red concrete. And we're just going to place another 14. And now go in back towards the building. Starting here, we're going to have another 10. And now towards the right again, we're going to have another 26. So now this final block should be lined up at the 2nd block right here, away from the corner of this building. So we have this block and this block. So now it's lined up with it. And now we'll go back on over here where we started, and we'll bring some more red concrete straight across until we line up with that other side where we left off. And then we'll connect these together. So now we shaped out the pool with the red concrete like this. Now let's go right next to that with the white concrete. So on the inside, and just add another layer. Let's go ahead and mark out where the sand is going to be over here in the corner. So let's grab that. We're also going to need the cobblestone, the gravel, and the andesite here in a second. But first, let's start with the sand. So I'm going to look here at the corner of the pool, and we want to be sure to go out by 3 spaces, so we're then lined up with this 4th block, and we're going to have a strip of 7 sand right here. So now you can see just a strip of 7 going out, starting here at the edge of where we left off these blocks. And then this final block is lined up here at the edge of the pool, and it's 3 spaces away. Now we're going to work our way in that direction and just fill in this entire corner with sand. So just filled in that corner with a strip of the sand blocks like that. Now everywhere else where all the remaining spaces around the edge of the pool is going to be filled in with a mixed up pattern between the cobblestone, the gravel, and the andesite. Alright, so just went through and filled in all of that remaining space with the gravel, the cobblestone, and the andesite. Let's continue on with the pool. So we have the white concrete, the prismarine, the lapis, the dark prismarine, and that we're going to be using the smooth quartz slabs, the red nether brick slab, and then I also went ahead and grabbed some buckets of water. Let's start by deleting another 2 layers of the blocks here within the pool. So just went ahead and cleared out another 2 layers here within the pool. Let's look at this section of the pool first. We're going to start filling in the floors. So I'm going to start with the dark prismarine, and I'm going to go around the outer edge and just place a single layer. Go ahead back to this side, fill this in, and then we'll just bring this straight across all the way over there. And then fill in this side here. So we just shaped out a rectangle. Now I'm going to follow within the edge of that with the prismarine. And now let's go right down the middle with another layer of prismarine. And then let's fill in each side with some blocks of the lapis. So we have the floors filled in here for this space. Now let's focus on this section. So we're going to switch back to the dark prismarine. And we're going to go at around like the halfway point. So here at this same layer, we'll fill all of this in to around, maybe like right around there. I think that'll be good. How about maybe like one more? Somewhere around there. Let's go to this side and just line up and fill this in here as well. And now let's be sure to remove the layer of the bedrock. Just go all the way up until you meet up here at the edge of where we left off that dark prismarine. And now on this layer where the bedrock is, we're going to continue with the dark prismarine and fill in each side. And then right here, connect it together. So now we just have that outer layer of the dark prismarine. Now let's go around with the regular prismarine just within the edge of that. And we'll go straight across right here as well. And we're going to have another layer of the dark prismarine going right down the middle. So let's be sure to delete this regular prismarine block here, so that we can connect into the dark prismarine. So go ahead and bring this straight across, go down on this layer, and then remove this block, and connect it into there. And now right up against that middle space, we'll have another layer of the regular prismarine. And now let's fill in all of the remaining space with the lapis. So we have all the floors filled in for the pool. Let's go ahead and replace all the walls where that dirt is with white concrete. So this is what the pool is looking like now. Let's go through with the bucket of water and just start filling it all in. Now we have the pool filled in with the water. Now we're going to go back and forth with the smooth quartz slabs and the red nether brick slabs. Right here for this space, where the lanes are where you can swim back and forth. So these are going to be like the little buoys. Let's start with the smooth quartz slabs. And I'm going to line up here at the edge of the pool, where the corner is. We'll start with the quartz, and then we have the nether brick, and then just back and forth between these. So we have the first set right here. Now we're going to skip over 3 spaces away from that, so we're on the 4th space. And just continue that same pattern again. And then we're going to have one more, just another 3 spaces away, right here. And there we go, we have all of that marked out. Let's mark out the lifeguard stands and the diving board. We're also going to need a full block of the smooth quartz, so be sure to grab that as well. So let's start with the diving board. That's really quick and simple. So I'm going to have it over here at this end of the pool, right down the middle, so just lined up where that dark prismarine is. And I'm going to have a smooth quartz stair like that, another one upside down right behind it, and then a couple slabs after that. And we're going to leave it at that for the diving board. Now let's add the lifeguard stands. So I'm going to have one right around here. So with the smooth quartz block, I'm just going to bring this up by 4. And now up against that top block, we're going to have an upside down smooth quartz stair. And then we'll have 2 slabs on each side, and another layer of slabs here at the front. And now at the back is where the ladders will be. So we have the first stand right there. We'll just leave it at that for now. Let's go ahead and mark out the other 2. So I'm going to have another one right around here. So just a pillar of 4. We have the upside down smooth quartz stair, the 2 slabs on each side, and then another set of 3 at the front. And then we have the ladders at the back. And I'm going to have one more right around here, like right in the middle. So another 4 like that. I think that's the middle. Yeah, that looks good. And then we have the stair, the 2 slabs on each side, 3 at the front, and the ladders. Now let's add the chair. So I have a smooth quartz slab at the top right in the middle, with a spruce trapdoor flipped up right behind it. Now let's add the cover that we're going to have right above the chair, right on top of the stand. So you can switch to the dark oak fence. We're going to have 3 going up, right here next to the chair. You can then grab the string, and we'll have 1 on each side of the fence here at this top layer. And then we'll have another 2 rows right next to that to cover up where the chair is. So it's lined up within the edge of where the stand itself is. And now we're going to have a pattern with the white carpet and the red carpet. Just like that. So that's all we're going to do for the stands. Let's go ahead and do it again here for these other 2. So we have the chair, and then the 3 dark oak fences, then the string at the top layer of that fence, and then the carpet. So we got it one more time over here. So we got those 3 stands marked out. Let's add all the tanning beds. So we're going to be using the smooth quartz slabs. And I'll just start over here at this space. So I want to make sure to leave 2 spaces away from the edge of the red concrete, and then 3 spaces away from this side over here. And we're going to have the first tanning bed right here. So just 2 slabs and then 2 more stacked up here. So we have 2 spaces away from that line, 3 spaces away from that one. And now we're just going to have them all 2 spaces apart until we meet up over there at the edge of the pool at that side. So I'm just going to stop it right there. Now we're going to have another 4 over here. So it's just going to be 1 space away from the edge of the red concrete, and then 2 spaces here at this right side. So we're going to have a tanning bed right there, skip over 2 spaces, have another one here, and then we'll do the same on this side. So we're just left with 3 spaces in the middle. You know what? Actually, what we could do is have 3 spaces in between all of these here. There we go, so now it's more evened out. And now let's have some more over here at this side behind the diving board. So we're going to skip over 3 spaces again, but we want to make sure we're at the edge, like 1 block further than the edge of this side. So I think right around here is a nice spot. And then all of these will be 2 spaces apart. There we go, so all of those are evened out. So that's it for all of the tanning beds. Looking good. Now I have a bunch of different colored carpet, and I'm just going to mark out some beach towels here at the sand area. So I'll start over here. You could just have whichever type of pattern you want. I'm going to go ahead and maybe just have a strip of white, a strip of cyan, another strip of white, and another strip of cyan. A little something like that. And then we can have maybe another smaller one right here. So how about some green, some white, and then maybe some more green. And that'll just be a really small beach towel there. We'll have another one right around here. I think that's good. And then how about one more over here? How about we have it in this direction? So that it doesn't match that other one. I think that's good. Alright, so now we just have some beach towels there. We could go ahead and clear out all of that carpet. Now we have one last thing here to do for the exterior of the build, and that's going to be the food court. So make sure you have the polished tuff, then the polished tuff wall, the smooth quartz slab, the warped slab, mangrove slab, and cherry slab. And then I have some spruce trapdoors, iron trapdoors, and the dark oak fences. And then we're also going to need the item frames, then the cake, and a couple items for within the item frames. So we're going to start by marking out the tables. So I have the polished tuff, and I'm going to place a block right around, maybe right around there. And then we'll have the polished tuff wall on top of that, and then 2 dark oak fences, and then around the edge, like the top edge of the polished tuff, we'll have some iron trapdoors. And then be sure to crouch and fill in the corners as well. So we have the start of a table right there. Let's go ahead and have a smooth quartz slab on each side, with the spruce trapdoor behind that for the chairs. So we have a table marked out right here for now. Let's go ahead and have another one right around, how about like right here? So the polished tuff block with the wall, and then the 2 layers of the dark oak fences, the iron trapdoors, then the smooth quartz slabs, and the spruce trapdoors. So I think those are placed pretty good. We'll go ahead and have one more right around, maybe like right here. Actually, I feel like that's a little too close. How about we move it over? Yeah, I think right there is going to be good. So we have the polished tuff block, the wall, the dark oak fences, the iron trapdoors, and then we have the smooth quartz slabs, and the spruce trapdoors. That's all looking pretty good. Let's grab the item frame, the cake, and the 2 items for within the item frames, and just go ahead and do these. So I'm just gonna have a couple cakes, so maybe one right there, and another one over here. And then be sure to have a couple item frames, so we are going to have to crouch to be able to place stuff on these tables. a little something like that, and then we'll start filling in all these item frames with some of these food items. And now we have the final thing, which is going to be these 3 slabs here. Let me just go ahead and clear out all these others. So we have the cherry slab, the mangrove slab, and the warped slab. So we're just going to have a little covered umbrella type of thing here above all the tables. So you could just start with any of the slabs. Just going to place one right there on top of the dark oak fences. And then just go right below that around each side and just bring it down like that. And now we're going to go in each corner below that and have another layer. So let me go ahead and just replace that block. And just wrap around like this. And there we go. So just this cool little covered umbrella. Let's have, how about the red over here? So just a slab down the middle. And then on each side of the fence. And then we'll go ahead and just place a temporary block here. One below that. We can place a block next to it. Clear that. And then place one right there. And now we could just keep wrapping around. And filling in the corners. And the sides. So there we go. We have that one. And now let's do this one over here. Slab down the middle. Wrap it around on each side. And then go ahead and do that right there. Place that again. And then fill in this final layer. Alright. So there we go. We got the little food court all done. So that is actually everything here for all of the landscaping. We have the entire exterior of the building done. So actually the entire exterior of the entire build is now complete. We just have to do the interior. I am going to go through and just clean up all this extra concrete that we marked out for the plot. So I'll see you guys in a second once I have all of this cleaned up. Alright, so I just went through and cleaned up all that extra concrete. So this is what everything should be looking like now. So we're just going to have one more video after this, and that's going to be the interior for the building. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it at that here for part 2 for this tutorial on how to build this public swimming pool. If this did help you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 3. We'll be finishing the build. We just have to do the interior for the building.